What's up, fam? Here is Teodoro again. So I'm here today to show you guys about the precedent transaction valuation for some role that I made. Logic, those numbers that are here are all fake numbers, so I just used fake numbers to do this example and to train also the model that I made, and for educational purpose only, like to show you guys and to be like my portfolio also. So the transaction valuation basically is similar from the comparable company's valuation that I think have a video in the channel not talking about it, but I'm doing the model, so yeah. But it's a model that basically we are going to search for our assumptions in in the websites, of course. Um, Mostly those assumptions we are going to search in paid subscribers websites like Capital IQ and Bloomberg, and it's really hard to to have those numbers because yeah, they want to keep it secret and those things. But if you guys search well, you're going to find out. Basically, we are in this valuation method. The Basically we're going to estimate how much our company can be sold for, basing in the other M&As or transactions that one company or the comparable companies of the company that we want to evaluate had in the past. For example, we have here the Sonangol that I think you guys must already know, that is an Angolan company that basically sells oil, and we are going first to see comparable companies um, that have this basically similar aspects like revenue, enterprise value, market cap has Sonangol. First, we have here seller of oil. Those are all fake numbers in names, so yeah. Seller of oil, that is one of the comparable companies of Sonangol. We have also Petrogas, that is also, I don't know if it exists, but is also some example that I put here. An oil provider that is also a comparable company for of Sonangol. Basically, you guys can put more companies here. You guys can add, but I just use those three companies for this model or for this example that I'm showing to you guys. So yeah, and based on on their comparable companies, we want to estimate how much is our company probably how much can our company be sold also. So first we are going to search for the enterprise value, the transaction of the enterprise value in the moment of the transaction. We can see here that for a seller of oil was 15 billion, because those numbers are in millions. So in trillion, it's trillion basically. 15 trillion, I think is it. So a trillion and 23 trillion for the oil provider, that are similar from the equity value of Sonangol that we are trying to estimate the value, that is 13 trillion basically in the enterprise value. We have to also search for the last 12 months before the transaction or the M&A, or yeah, the acquisition of the merger. So we can see here 12 trillion 1 trillion, 2 trillion, and 5 trillion for Sonangol. The total debt, the last 12 months total debt, you can see here 7 trillion, 5 trillion, 4 trillion, and 3 trillion. And we also can have here the equity value. Basically, we are going to add cash and basically cut the debt, and we are going to have our equity value. What we can also see in those websites like Capital IQ or Bloomberg, but yeah, basically it's the logic of equity value. We are going to add back cash and do it minus the debt, the total debt that we have, both current or non-current debt. So then we are going to search for the financial metrics of the company, like revenue, EBITDA, EBITDA. You guys can also add here the EBIT. I don't know, it's up for you guys to have more metrics to evaluate the company. And but for me, the mains are revenue, last 12 month revenue, EBITDA, and net income. I think those are the key. So we can see here seven 700 million, yeah, million in revenue. I think this is billion, guys. I don't know if I said trillion, but it is billion. Yeah, it's billion. So those numbers are in billion, guys. Sorry if I said trillion. So we can see here 700 million in revenue, 300, 300 million in EBITDA, and 200 in net income, 1 billion in revenue. And we can see here those metrics that are really important to us to estimate first the margins as we have here, and also the valuation multiples that are going to be the base of our valuation. So we can see also here the margins. You can see that for those companies, they really make a lot of their percentage of their margin, their EBITDA margin is really high. It's up to 50%, which is really good. Um, for Sonangol is 46%, but it's okay. And their net income for oil provider is the bigger one. No, for seller of oil is the bigger one, that is 52%. Like, to all of the things that they sell, they make for profit for them, 52%, which is good. For Sonangol, 37, for Petrogas, 30, and for oil provider, basically they make 51%, which is also really good. And we can see here the margins that we are going to do. The revenue not the margins, the multiples. We can see here the revenue multiples. Um, the revenue multiples that basically we are going to first have the enterprise value divided by the revenue, the same with the EBITDA multiple. We are going to divide the enterprise value by EBITDA, as we can see here, and it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different for the for here, that we are going to basically divide the transaction equity value by the net income, and we are going to have here our multiple, as we can see here. And those are really going to be our basis for our projection, because it's basically our multiples, our the multiples of the company when they were being transacted, basically based on their transactions. So first we are going to have to find the average and the median. We some people also like they also do the 70% the of those numbers and 25%, 25th% of those numbers also. But for me, I only use the average and median to estimate, to have the average and the median of those valuation multiples, and basically evaluate the company based on the median. And I can also have another model that I can estimate the value based on the average, because it's good to vary and see the different results of those assumptions, because those are assumptions and you have to be really careful. um we have to be very careful with our assumptions, because they are the base of our valuation. So we can see here that first it's a, as you guys can see, it's a really dynamic, it's a really dynamic, it's a really dynamic sheet. So that's why when I delete all these things, basically the other things also, um, they were deleting also. So first you have to find the average of those multiples, and we can see here that we have 20 20 for the revenue multiples, and I can just do Control C and Control Alt V and just copy the formulas, and then we are going to find the median of those, and copy Alt Control Alt V and just copy the formulas, and you can see here that we have our average and median, as we can see here. Then we are going to basically evaluate our company. First, we are going to find our implied enterprise value. Basically, we have all these three metrics that we are evaluating. You guys can use more, but I'm just using those three. First, we are going to, as I said, I basically evaluate this company based on the median. You guys can also evaluate based on the average. Here we can multiply the median of the revenue multiple by the revenue, and we are going to have our enterprise value. Do the same with the EBITDA multiplied by EBITDA. And for here is a little bit different, because um this value basically doesn't include debt, so it's basically the market cap. So we are going to do the same thing here, but for the market cap, the the PE multiple times the last 12 months net income of our company, Sun Go, and then we are going to put debt and cash, and the sum of the market cap plus I think it's wrong here. Um, the enterprise value, basically it's going to be our market cap plus debt, I think, plus equity plus cash also, and it's going to be this, because the enterprise value is for both um, equity and debt holders. So it includes both debt and equity cash. Yeah, it's a little bit different, but you guys doing a lot of time, we are going to to know. So for the market cap, the cash and debt are here, are those one. So For market cap, you're going to add back cash and cut debt, add back cash and cut debt. And here is the formula that I already told. And you can see here the shares outstanding that are 1 billion, 1.3 billion, as you can see here. And the share price basically is going to be market cap divided by the shares outstanding. And we have here our share price. And I also did some model, as you can see here. In the downside, it's up for you guys if you guys also want to use this thing, because I used the actual share price, as you can see here. That is the equity value divided by the shares outstanding. As you can see here, is basically it's wrong also because it's not a multiple, but it's you can put it here. It's basically $11 per share. $11 per share, as you can see here. And you can see here that is the actual share price. And then basically I wanted to see if this share, based on this transaction precedent transaction valuation, if our company is going to be undervalued or overvalued if we sell the company in those prices that we can see here. Um, so for the if we sell in the price of the revenue multiple, we can see that the share price is going to be undervalued $1 basically, which is good. It's not a large profit, but it's going to be good for the company, and their share price also is going to increase. If we sell based on the EBITDA multiple, we can see that the share is going to be overvalued. It's going to be overvalued $1, as you can also see here. And if we see based on the P multiple, we can see that we're also going to be overvalued $2. It means that we are overvalued $2 and we can decrease our price share. So based on it, we can see that the best option of us based on this precedent transaction valuation or M&A transaction valuation, we can see that the best option that we have is to actually sell our company based on the revenue multiple, basically sell our company for about basically including if we sell based on the enterprise value, it's going to be 50. No, we have to basically sell our company for 70 billion dollars to have a really good sale. If we want to profit from our sale, we have to sell our company for about 17 billion dollars, which is going to be the best for our company. So I also did some sensibility analysis based on if the equity value increase or decrease, and if the shares outstanding also increase or decreased, as you can see here. And you can see here for the first one that is going to be $12, $12, $30, and yeah, it's just a sensibility analysis to see some scenarios if we add the market cap, or if we increase the shares outstanding, how it is going to impact our share price. So I think it's it. I hope you guys like the video. As I said, it's just for me to journal my process, and yeah, for those who are watching, it's good, but I'm not expecting too much things because I'm just journaling for me to then study with my errors, and as I said, also learn how to speak English really well, using financial terms because I'm not, how do I say, I'm not, I didn't burn in a company that speak English. I'm learning English and just trying to improve, to put it in my daily routine to improve my English basically. So I'm not an English native. I think that is the term. That is the term, but I'm trying to improve my English. So yeah, that's the best option. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that's it, guys.